Hello again. We in Britain seem to be so obsessed with slavery in the 18th century that we don't even notice when it's going on under our very noses in our own country right now. Of course, there is every reason not to draw attention to the keeping of slaves here in modern times because it is black Africans who seem to be so fond of this practice, and that doesn't really fit in with the narrative which we have all agreed to accept, which is that slavery is something inflicted upon black people by cruel white folk. The latest case concerns a powerful black woman who is a judge not only in her own country of Uganda, but also for the United Nations. Her special field of expertise is the protection of human rights. You really couldn't make this stuff up. Her dedication to human rights did not prevent Lydia Ngumbi from arranging to bring a slave here from Africa while she was living in Oxford. This was part of a conspiracy involving a diplomat at the Ugandan embassy in London. He arranged the paperwork for the slave to be brought here, and in exchange Ngombe offered to help him in some legal case he was involved in back in Uganda. The most extraordinary and I think significant aspect of the case is that Ngombe simply could not seem to understand what she had done wrong when she was arrested. This was referred to by the judge, who jailed her for over 6 years last week, as a lack of remorse. But I think there's more to it than that. I don't think that she even realised that keeping a slave was a bad thing to do, that it was actually wrong. For a woman who is a judge in her own country, this really is a strange state of affairs, and tells us perhaps something about the differing perspectives on slavery which we in Britain have and those who are the norm in sub-Saharan Africa tend to hold. The transatlantic slave trade was essentially a commercial business between white slave traders from this country, among others, and black leaders who captured slaves and sold them to white men to be shipped off to North America and the Caribbean. Since those days, over 200 years ago, we in Europe have come to realize that this kind of transaction, buying and selling human beings as though they were cattle, is simply wicked and wrong. In Africa, though, that change of perception does not appear to have taken place, and a lot of people there simply failed to see what all the fuss was about. They furiously resisted our abolition of slavery, which the British Navy enforced during the 19th century, and even now some of them are determined to carry on keeping slaves when the opportunity presents itself. You might think that all those enthusiasts for Black Lives Matter and reparations for the slave trade would be interested in the subject of real black African slaves in Britain today. But alas, it seems not. It's obviously the wrong kind of slavery, you see.